Welcome. Today, we're going to deconstruct the Aurum financial ecosystem. And the way we're going to do that is by walking through their platform exactly as they present it, using their own guides and materials to build a clear picture from the ground up. All right, let's dive right in.
So we're going to start right here with this quote from Aurum CEO Brian Benson, and it's a really fascinating way to kick things off. He's name-dropping Binance, one of the biggest players in the crypto world, but then he frames their own strategy with words like conservative and a 3-year timeline. Right off the bat, this sets a tone of calculated, long-term ambition.
So, with that 3-year goal in mind, let's zoom out a bit and take a look at the grand vision. What exactly is the big promise Aurum is making to potential users?
Well, according to their own materials, Aurum calls itself a decentralized fintech company. In simple terms, they're building financial tools that aim to work without one single authority, kind of like a traditional bank. The keywords they really lean on are crypto, AI algorithms, and digital asset management. So they're placing themselves right at the intersection of some pretty powerful technology.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting in terms of how they build credibility. Aurum's materials make a point to highlight that their team brings experience from some of the biggest names in the game. I mean, you're looking at giants from traditional finance like Morgan Stanley, right next to crypto pioneers like Binance and OKX. The message here seems pretty clear. They're positioning their team as a bridge between the old world of finance and the new world of blockchain.
All right, let's move on from the promise and get into the platform itself. We've heard the vision, so now let's see the actual tools they've supposedly built to make it all happen. Which brings us to the crucial question, right? What's actually inside this thing? What are the specific products that make up this whole Aurum ecosystem?
And here are the core components. You've got the NeoBank for managing both your crypto and your regular cash, dollars, euros, that kind of thing. Then there are the Aurum Cards, designed to let you spend that crypto on everyday stuff. There's an exchange for active trading, and of course, AI bots to put all that trading on autopilot. And finally, you see Aurum RWA. That stands for real-world assets, which is a product aiming to link physical things like real estate to the digital finance world. The whole thing is really presented as an all-in-one financial hub.
Now, access to this ecosystem isn't free. It comes with a required annual subscription, $19.99 USDT. And USDT is a stablecoin, which is a type of crypto that's designed to be pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. So think of it as 20 bucks. According to Aurum, paying this fee is what unlocks all the key features, especially those trading bots and the partner program.
Okay, now for the part I'm sure everyone wants to know about, the profit-making machines. How exactly does Aurum claim to generate returns for its users? Well, the centerpiece of this is their EXAI trading bot.
And here is the headline number. Aurum's documentation claims their EXAI bot has shown an average monthly return of 17.5% over a performance period of 2.5 years. This figure is absolutely central to their entire value proposition.
But you don't get to keep all of that profit. The earnings are split between you and the company, and that split depends on how much you deposit. As you can see here, the more you put in, the bigger your slice of the pie is. It scales all the way from getting 60% at the basic tier up to keeping 95% of the profit at the ultimate tier.
Now, these are the rules for getting your money out, and this is really important. While they say you can withdraw your profits anytime, your initial deposit, the principal, is a lot more restricted. If you decide to pull it out within the first year, a hefty 35% fee applies. That fee only goes away after your deposit has been active for a full 365 days. And this is key. Every time you add new funds, that 1-year clock resets just for that new amount.
So, if someone wanted to get started, what would that process actually look like? Let's break down the user path according to Aurum's own onboarding guide. It's a pretty clear 4-step process. First, you sign up. And notice, you must use an invite code from an existing partner. We'll come back to that in a second. Second, you pay that annual subscription fee. Third, you deposit your funds. And finally, you choose a package and activate the bot to get started.
That little mention of an invite code is absolutely crucial, and it brings us right to our next section, the partner growth model. This is the engine that Aurum has designed to expand its user network.
At the very heart of this partner program is a metric they call legacy volume, or LV for short. The simplest way to think about it is like a running total of all the transaction volume flowing through your entire network. And that's not just the people you personally sign up, but the people they sign up, and so on down the line. This one number is the key that determines your rank and ultimately how much you can earn.
And this chart here shows how that works in practice. As your legacy volume grows, you literally climb the ranks. You might start out as a Nova, earning 3% on your team's volume. But as your network expands, you can level up to Voyager for 5%, then Vanguard at 7%, with even higher tiers beyond that.
The whole program is structured with multiple streams of income to really incentivize partners to grow their networks. There are commissions on your direct sales, passive income from your team's total volume, a share of your partner's bot profits, cash bonuses for hitting new ranks, and even a share of the global company profits for those who make it to the very top.
So, after breaking all this down from their own materials, we see Aurum presents a really complex ecosystem. It's got financial tools, claims of high returns, very specific operational rules, and a multi-layered partner program that's clearly designed to incentivize recruitment. This leaves us with a final question. What are the most important details for any potential user to go out and verify for themselves?